We are outside today, barefoot and all. So we're gonna be walking and talking, and we're going to do some chicken chores. Here's some bread, y'all. You want some bread? So those are my outside chickens, meaning outside of the coop. Here are my coop birds. So I'm just gonna throw some bread in here. Eat up, they're hungry little fellas. So we got 4 turkeys. Over that. Still water, probably should fill that up. Got a passion fruit vine up here. Let me get this all settled here. So yeah, they're eating. I honestly don't feed them too much bag feed. That's that, and then they're done with that. I need to clean out their coop and throw that chicken poop over there. Like when I first started doing this, is I collect rainwater. But being that I don't really have like a clean rainwater system, not that this is much better, and not that the chickens probably care or not, but there's no green stuff that ends up growing in this water here. Well, actually it does if you let it sit long enough. I guess any stagnant water, if you let it sit long enough, gets pretty green. As far as this system, it's quick, it's easy, and they're not like, ooh, this tastes like, they don't care. Especially, I personally think the chickens get most of their water from the pecking of the greens and stuff like that. So I don't have like a monoculture grass like all St. Augustine or something like that. So, and I don't fertilize. So it's healthy stuff. Everything they get is pretty healthy. I would say this water probably, if I put like a filter on it or something like that, it'd be better. But they don't give a damn. It's all about survival. Things that need to get done. I would like to cut the grass, but at this point in time, the grass doesn't really grow because there's not much rain. So I would like to clean up my landscaping. A tree house here for my son and my daughter, a place for them to hang out. We have some flowers, peach flowers. You can see that one, there's a fruit there, peach flowers. I'm just gonna open this up a little bit. So let me let that get watered in. So that will eventually be a peach. Apparently it's like every 12 inches, so, or 18 to 2 feet or something like that, between flowers. If a branch has, let's say this is where you start and you get a fruit there. So 18, that's probably 6, 12, 18, but probably be another one there. So I really want to pay attention to detail so there's not too much and the peaches can really grow. Every time I get peaches, they're between here, they're probably about no bigger than that. Sometimes they might be like that. This tree always does well. It always produces. The peaches are a bit smaller, and I just let them do their thing. I'm like, oh, they can handle it. So right here would be a good example to start with. We have a peach here, a peach here. What I want to do is let them catch. So a lot of these, like you can see here, that's going to be a peach. That's a good sign. Here's a solid peach, right? And then there's a, I don't know if this is probably a bud. This was one. So you can see where these are getting a little fatter. So I wouldn't keep these two together. If I wanted to do every 6 inches, it'd probably be from there to there. But 12, you know, you can figure it out. But I want to thin them out before the leaves kick back in, because now the leaves, this thing was covered in leaves at one point, right? The leaves will fall off. The peaches, the flowers bloom, the peaches set, and then the leaves come back. So this one is a specific hybrid from the University of Florida, apparently. It's called the UF Beauty Peach. And yes, it is a beauty. Just turn that off. This is by Tamarind from a seed. I got it from Fancy Fruit maybe 3 to 4 years ago. Put it in a buck pot. This is a loofah. Just a loofah. I threw loofah seeds back here, and yeah. And then there's another one. And then we have a tomato here, ripened on the vine, which is odd. But I'm just gonna bust it. And then we're gonna move along here. Here is our Fairchild mango. It's looking a little rough, but it's grown a lot this year. Not much happening right now. I think it will be fine in the coming years. If it tries to fruit this year, I'm gonna pinch it off. Got this Kerry mango. This mango was, we had a whole bunch this year, 2025, and you can see where it's starting to push. It's new nodes, very classic Indian variety. Delicious, delicious. All this is passion fruit vine. So it's just running across the vine here, all the way to the front. This is my side yard. I have a little ashwagandha. Dragon fruit needs to get posted up. Here's another tamarind, nothing yet. Move that from somewhere else. Peach tree. We have a sugar apple. This was given to me by Young, sweet lady, auntie. Soursop. Had to pull this out of the ground just to let it focus. Once it hits 40, these are no good. So I'm really gonna probably just keep this in the pot for its life. I'm gonna get a real big, nice pot, stick it in there, and I really would like to get some soursop within the next year or two. It's came back several times. It froze back and just came back, but you got to really protect these things if you're in a, if it gets below 40 in your area, which most people that live in Florida, that's North Florida rather than South Florida, like, I don't know. I'm in kind of the Orlando, Daytona area, so that's where we're at. Yeah, so this is a lychee, sweetheart. It's gotten big. This used to be in the ground too. I pulled it up, put it in a pot. It's doing fine. Here's another sugar apple here. Here's another tree, a choquette, avocado choquette. I heard these are really big and really delicious. So this is either a type A, type B. I'll show you my other one. I think it's a type B, the choquette. We have a long gun seedling given to us by our aunt Young. And then we also have this lime. This died back. It was in the ground. It died back, but then it came back. And so I've just been really, not necessarily babying it, but just keeping it in the pot, not doing too much, just letting it focus on itself. I really feel like the less intervention on some trees, the better. That's my stuff on the side here. But this is a kit mango. We picked this up the other day from Julie's Tropical over in Apopka, Florida. She always has a lot of good varieties. This is a, Sugarloaf. Yeah, so got these 10% off, man. 10% off. For the Black Friday deal. So if you spend $100 with her in cash, she gives you 5%, but this weekend, past weekend, it was 10% off, so I had to go. Me and my son went, and this is a sweet tart. So I've always wanted to get a Sugarloaf and sweet tart. I had a Sugarloaf, so now I have a kit Sugarloaf, sweet tart. We have more another Sugarloaf over there, but this is a seedling avocado. I would really like to graft this. I got a couple friends that are pretty good at grafting, so I would like to either put this into a choquette or a Brogdon, or maybe even something that's even better, like a Marcus pumpkin or something like that, just something different. Then we have our Super Julie. Super Julie is really taking off at this point in time. You can see all these nodes, and then you see that black part in the middle here. Every single time that it shoots, because when I got it, it was about here, right? When I bought it, this was also from Julie's Tropical. It was here, so then all these little nodes, they looked like that, right? They sprout out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They sprout out, and then they produce another batch. I think these are going to be flowers. And if they are, since it's so little, I am not going to allow the flowers to stay on these trees. I just want them to get established. I don't want them to fruit till they're 6 foot or taller. I really don't. Just because some people really want to taste the fruit because they're so eager, but I've done that in the past and killed a Maha Chinook and killed a Chakanan, and I really wanted the Chakanan just because it's supposed to fruit twice a year. But this year is all about getting established for a lot of my younger trees, so I'm excited to see what this one does. Pina Colada, planted this probably last month. This is also from Julie's Tropical in Apopka. Pina Colada mango. So I'm really expecting a lot of great things with this one. And really all of them. This was our old burn pit. We have a, what do you call this? A watermelon vine here. Just random seeds. I actually got 2 watermelons in November. But that's Florida for you. You never know. Hey, my wife. She's beautiful. Well, I'm doing a walkthrough. You got anything to tell us?
I loved my zinnias this season. They did so well. Very resilient flowers.
Here's some seed here. Want to throw that? All right.
There it goes. That's where it's meant to be.
All right, we're going to keep talking. I'll see you in a bit. Drive safe.
All right, that's on.
Want to film a naughty video? Lemon zest. I heard it was the best, so I got 2. This one is starting to push. We also have this one, which I probably should just chop it off. Yeah, so let's pull that. I like to pull these things off as soon as they get pretty established. They don't need all that pressure on the branches. But yeah, lemon zest. This is another one of our pits here. This is a burn pit for now, so there's plenty of space between that Super Alfonso and that lemon zest and that Fairchild mango. So this is a lot of wood that I chopped down from the front. I got more to come, but every time I chop stuff down, I always bring it back into the yard. If I burn it or just let it sit and dry, eventually it gets barn firewood and things like that. This is our loquat. Goats ate the bark off, and I really think it basically just killed it. One of the reasons why I bought this house was because of this loquat, but you know what I mean? If you're a good parent, you have good kids that follow in your footsteps. So we'll see what comes of these. I might have to separate a few, but this was a giant loquat. You can see how big it was. It was really good. It was fun while it lasted. I cut it back thinking, okay, maybe it'll sprout. Maybe it will. But anyway, we'll get back to that later. This is a Super Alfonso. And as well, you can see how well it is starting to push. It's a healthy tree. So I have it in this box area. There's a bone there. But yeah, if it fruits, we're not letting it fruit. We're gonna pinch it back and let it focus on growth. Once again, this is our burn pit here. Once this is all done, we're gonna plant a tree at the end of the season. This is a cotton candy mango. I call this the Brody cotton candy mango. This is pushing too, because we planted my son's placenta under this tree. So that's very cool. It's supposed to be broccoli grown in here. So there's little, I think what I need to do is fertilize it and give it a little extra push. There should be broccoli here, not, there's some here. It's doing okay. It's actually not as bad as I thought. So I need to fertilize it. This is a pickering. I'm thinking I'm going to take this out. This is a sugar loaf, and you can see in this sugar loaf it is about to. So if it does,
it is about to bust.
That's exactly what that is flower sprouts. I'm not going to allow it to stay. We're going to have to chop it back. We're focusing on establishing our trees this year. We have a coconut cream, delicious mango, delicious. I had one this year, not off of this tree, but from a neighbor down the road, Bart. It is incredible. It tastes like a pina colada, like insane. This is a fruit punch, very delicious, big producer. Right there, you can see it's starting to push some green nodes there. If it's gonna flower or just push some new branches, but sooner or later we'll find out. Orange sherbet. This one is also establishing this year. Planted it this year. Got this from Julie's Tropicals. She has a ton of trees, man, a ton. And you can see in my line here, I plant other things in between the trees. Cauliflower, seedlings. So built this with some old scrap wood. So it's solid, man. Just sprout from a dead Venus. Venus died, and then it sprouted from the seedling that it was grafted onto. And you can see this is our Glen mango tree. This is my tallest and first mango tree that I ever got fruit on. So I have a very special place in my heart for this tree. How's it doing? Is it looking pretty good? This is about an 8-foot tree. I'd say 7.5 to 8 feet tall. Where this thing came from and where it is now, this season it did so well. I think I got even from 15 to 20 fruits on this tree this season. So I'm expecting 20 or better, to be honest. And then the next year, even more. So we have seedling mangoes. Here's another seedling mango. We have seedling, what do you call it? Sugar apples. They don't look the greatest. One of the chickens keeps knocking this one over. This is our Karen Michelle mango. We're at 26% battery, but this is our Karen Michelle. We had another one. She didn't look too hot. I think I over fertilized the whole yard. Too much Epsom salt and boron. I heard Gary Zill say boron was good, and I think I just overdid it. That's a micronutrient. I treated it like a macro. We have our Brogdon avocado. If I would have redone it, I probably would have put the avocados together, the choquette and that one, but this is one of the first trees I've planted after I got food from that one, fruit. I was like, all right, let's go for it. Let's put our Brogdon in. I had it in a pot for like 1.5 years, and you can see it's growing towards the sunlight. That's where the sun is around here right now. But if you look at it from the side, you can obviously tell the sun's not over here. It is all over there. Ice cream banana patch. We had a clay pond and everything over here. I was trying to do something for ducks. It just didn't work out. I filled it in with a whole bunch of nice soil, and it was just bam, look at that. And I think eventually I'm going to take this out and move the bananas elsewhere, maybe alongside, like as a hedge between neighbors. But I'm gonna put probably a mango tree here instead. This is a olive tree. So this is another lemon zest. This is our row, our tree line, fence line, tree line, lemon zest. And I really think that this patch of sweet potatoes saved it from being over fertilized. Understory / cover crop. This is a solid cover crop. I got this from a piece of property that somebody was trying to build on, and they just had sweet potatoes growing in the back. Wild sweet potatoes. I took it. I've had them. I've made mashed potatoes with it. Delicious. It died several times. I thought it was dead. I checked on it one day. It was in a pot. It came back. It's coming back. I'm probably gonna end up taking this out and putting it elsewhere. Probably putting it back in a pot and just babysitting it a little bit more. I don't think it's ready for prime time. I think what I'll do is I'll put the kit there. And this one is a seedling avocado. I've had it for a long time. It is a trooper. I might even end up taking this out and putting it somewhere else, just because I don't know, it's an ugly one. We have our chicken coop here. She's laying an egg. Banana, probably gonna take this out. So that concludes the rest of this video. I don't know where we got to. This GoPro, man, it is hit or miss. But man, if you guys stayed around for this long, I appreciate it. This is December 2nd, 2025. It was a great year. We learned a lot. We over fertilized a lot. We're getting peaches. That's our crop coming into the next year. A lot of work that needs to be done. Always learning something. Always have to do something. Always got to clean something up. So if you like this video, stay tuned. We're going to do another update in January. This has been a full grove garden walkthrough. Definitely focused more on trees this year. Going to be planting stuff fairly soon. But if you liked it, like I said, subscribe, like, do what you got to do. Stick around for all the updates going to come to the yard, for my son growing up, for the family growing. and all that good stuff. Hit the like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This has been LUB TV with Porch Family and the Polk family signing off. Ha ha!
I love this.
This is my boy. Say hello. He's got the hiccups. But we're just hanging out on the bench I made the other day. Alright, video's gonna get cut short today. So that's what, 9 days, bro? 9 days out the womb. Day 9. Looking fine.